My name is Dr. Tandeka Boko, and would you believe that my superpower involves getting students on a train? I am the Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math Advisor Navigator for the North Carolina STEM Alliance at Forsyth Tech. I am also both a passenger and the conductor of my train. I'm going to talk about one of the train stops that helped me to build my superpower. Medical schools brag who's the best at producing leaders in 3 areas. Area 1 includes leaders in medicine, doctors like pediatricians who care for crying babies and growing school-aged children and teens. Area 2 includes leaders in science like George Washington Carver, who not only cracked the multi-layered figure 8 peanut, but he also took the time to stare deep inside that nut and to use the minerals and the potassium and the copper and the iron and the proteins that he found in order to kick the you-know-what out of the diseases that affect plants. Area 3 includes leaders in education. Now that's me, along with other leaders who have the courage to shout out on a bullhorn, write a letter to a college president, draw a picture, or produce a video that expresses what students need in order to advocate for resources that support their educational and career successes. I'm a visionary for thinking differently to utilize resources for its overcoming hindrances, like a chimpanzee whose fingers were too short to remove a nut from a long cylinder tube after trying and trying and trying over and over again. So, let me tell you about this chimpanzee. After plans A, B, and C did not work, she looked around her environment and saw water in a puddle. This chimpanzee decided to slurp up some of the water and hold it in her mouth as she walked over to the narrow cylinder with the nut inside. And then she spit the water into the tube. She repeated these steps of slurping and holding and walking and spitting, of slurping and holding and walking and spitting, of slurping and holding and walking and spitting out that water into a tube until the nut floated up to the top. And the chimpanzee was then able to use her fingers to get the nut out. Now, she was successful at her goal, even though her first, second, and third attempts at reaching it did not work. She kept on trying in a slightly different way each time. Because persisting through medical school requires critical thinking, asking and answering the what and the why and the how questions, and analytical skills, thinking about step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, do I dial up? Do I dial down? Do I move diagonally or zigzag or 360 degrees round and round to 2 pi and stop at coordinates -1 and 0? What do I do to move this train? Being able to see the big picture end goal and having options of things you can try in order to make it work are skills that are transferable into a variety of leadership positions. My STEM education allowed me to develop those skills into one of my superpowers, a superpower that helps me to prepare today's young learners and tomorrow's diverse STEM leaders to be successful in the emerging and escalating careers of science, technology, engineering, and math all around the world. I help students to go from I think I can to I think I can. I think I can. Chicka, 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 chicka. I know I can. I know I can. Toot, toot, chicka, 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 toot, toot. And the train goes on. So that's a little bit about one of my train stops.
Well, thank you, Dr. Boko.